Hey guys, this is Joseph Lucero with Powerlifting Technique, and today we're going to ask the question, or rather answer the question about what's a good squat? Number-wise, where should your squat be at 19, 29, or 39 years old? And we're here to tell you that based off some research we did through the IPF, we found that men typically would float between 2.1 to 2.3 times body weight as being a good standard for a good squat. And then women, it would be about 1.6 to 1.8 times their body weight. So what does that mean? Let's just make it an easy math equation for everyone. Let's say I am a 29-year-old male who weighs 120 kilos. I know I don't, but let's say I do. What that would mean is right now the standard is between 2.1 to 2.3 times body weight. That would mean that basically I would double that number, and it means that to have a good squat, I would need to be about 240. And how I got there was I just simply doubled the number. So if I was 120 and I doubled it, that would be 240. That's a good squat and where you would want to be. Now, the conversation between the men's numbers and the women's numbers, like why is one lower than the other? I think a lot of it just comes down to like scientific fact where men carry more muscle tissue than women. So I think because of that, there is that adjustment in the standard for the squat. Men being 2.1 to 2.3 times body weight versus women being 1.6 to 1.8. But that doesn't mean you have to exist in those numbers. You can definitely defy the odds and do more than those numbers. But if you were to ask what a good squat is, then those are where the numbers lie. So a big thing about that too is, whether it's 2.1, 2.3, 1.6, 1.8, I myself believe that if someone came to me, a 19, a 29, or a 39-year-old, and they asked me what's a good squat, I'm gonna say just basically double body weight. So if you weighed 150 pounds, then you should try to squat 300 pounds. If you weigh 210 pounds, maybe 420. But obviously the more muscle mass you carry, the more potential for strength is there. So that's why there's a range between 2.1 to 2.3. Now, the next big thing we're going to talk about is if you aren't at those numbers yet, what could you do to improve your outcome so that you could hit basically a double body weight squat?